Hey everybody, if you offend easily, I am going to use this on you. For those of y'all who don't know what this was something I made the mistake of ordering online called the Dual Head Shaver. Okay, I ordered it from a company called Pink Galaxy, but apparently they're not the only ones selling this. Okay, this thing advertises dual head, good speed, yada yada yada, being able to be used anywhere, specifically advertised for female lady bits, although can be used on anybody's sensitive areas. You can see the woman, she's, sitting there, like, running it along her lips and shit. Her face lips, don't be that person. You see them with the balloon. Let me tell y'all something, okay? I got this thing after, they say 5 to 7 days. It came in 20 days later. They overcharged me by $7.91, and I had to get them to refund that to me. It finally arrives, and I use it on my armpits. Y'all, I have a lot of red marks. This thing that advertises as being, you can't, you're not going to hurt yourself with it. You can use it. And no, no. Y'all, I even tried it a second time to see if maybe it was just me. Maybe it was a first time thing. No. This thing has left big red gouges on me. This thing is not safe. So I'm threatening you with it. Don't bring that over here. Don't bring your business. Don't bring your drama. All right? Don't bring your offensive, I'm offended. Don't bring that here. I'm going to use this on you. And normally I don't talk about products and stuff like that, but this one just really pissed me off that much. Because I contact customer support, and their response is to first offer me $2 and then $4. This item cost me over $26 between all the shipping and all that. And yeah, $4 for something that does nothing but, it doesn't even give you that close shave. Okay, it doesn't. You have to go back behind if you want a really smooth shave. It doesn't take it, no. It just cuts you. That's all it does. It cuts you up. So beware, don't use it. This product upset me bad enough that I'm talking about it on my channel. Screw whoever made this item. Buyer beware, don't. Not worth it. Anyway, moving right along. I've literally spent 2 minutes and 45 seconds complaining about this product. That is how much it upset me. Y'all, I hurt. Let's move on to a reading today, okay, folks? Let's find out what's going on in the world of things I'm not connected to, because this is a cold reading. As always, if you get a reading out of this, if you get a spiritual message out of this, if the guides talk to you through my cards in some random pull, because it's a random pull, I'm not tuned into anyone, then yeah, congrats, you get a free reading if you get something out of it. Ta-da! Alrighty, folks, let's see what just comes up in general. We have the King of Wands, and this time I'm remembering kings from knights. God, that last reading was confusing, I'm sure. The King of Wands in the upright position. So that's a good sign, okay? So we have an authoritative figure, he, she, they, them, all, that is putting the light in the right direction, being a proper beacon for those who follow behind, the one who comes up with the great ideas, the ones who have the drive, the motivation to lead. It's the difference between the boss and the leader. This one, in the upright position, you're definitely getting a leader, someone who will get out front and show you how it's done. All right, so yeah, we're off to a good start. We have a reverse knight. It's a knight of pentacles. Let me show you upright in the neon tarot, hence all the black light. Okay, but it's in reverse, and it's the Knight of Pentacles. So we have someone who was making progress suddenly doing what looks like a backslide and or failing. This does not seem like it's the Same person as that King of Wands. This Knight of Pentacles is someone, I almost get the impression like someone who didn't want to disappoint someone, but ultimately has. Yikes. We're not good here. Okay, we're not starting off very well. Or we did, and then it went downhill fast. Yo, I had the Ten of Wands show up in the upright position into my lap where it fell. This is someone who is overburdened, someone who picked up more than they can carry, someone who's, and I love describing it this way, it's the most clear way of describing it. Someone who refused to go back for an extra round of groceries and decided to carry them all in one shot, no matter how much it hurts. Okay. Again, this is not the big good news we were hoping for, but it does let you know that whoever that reverse Knight of Pentacles is may have bitten off more than they could chew, may have taken on something they didn't have all the skills yet for. Either way, they were carrying a burden way too big for them. Yeah, the Devil in reverse. Okay, look. All right. Let me show y'all the Devil upright. Okay. Now look, y'all, there comes a certain point in our evolution as a species where we go from, and I don't want to hear any religious versus evolution context. I don't want to hear it, okay? At some point, we went from beast to man. So the parts of us that had the instincts for things we still have, fight, flight, flee, the whole 9 yards, fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. And I think they're up to 7 of those now, but I only remember the 4. But it's the part of us that needed to react on primal instincts still exists within us, even if we're not beast enough to have to rely on it, because we've evolved as a species to ignore our instincts and instead do what a higher ideal, trying to reach the bar a higher ideal sets. I think I said that right. So when I see the Devil card, sometimes I'm inclined to say it's a reminder to don't forget the beast inside that does still need to be cared for. You're not only an evolved creature. You still came from a beastly base. And that has to be taken care of too. Some psychological text will call that the id. Lizard brain. Yeah, that part of you still needs to be fed. That Devil in reverse indicates maybe you're overindulging it. Or at this point, it looks more like a feeding of an addiction. Or like this could be drinking, drugs, gambling, or worse. Or others. I can't really say worse. Those are pretty much the big ones, but there's others, your food addictions, your social media addiction. You've overindulged. You not only did you bite off more than you could chew, but you've also overindulged. This is someone who looks like it's a Knight of Pentacles. This is someone who's very deeply in debt. Oh, very deeply in debt. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so we're ending the first row, and I think I'm only going to do 3 rows for y'all today. I'm ending the first row with a 9 of Pentacles. That's usually a sign of someone who used their ability, their skill to weave themselves into their end result. The product of the fruits of your labor. There we go. The fruits of your labor in the upright position. So I gotta be honest, I'm not entirely sure how to interpret that one's position, because for me that could be an indication of the money was there, you just did the wrong things with it, and again goes back to that addiction aspect. Hey, it's not that you weren't in the right place. Even you may have bitten off more than you could chew, more than you can chew, but I think that's got more to do with whatever that vice is you're overindulging in. All right. Next tier down, we're going to pull 3. So we have the Page of Pentacles crosses over the King of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands, because we're doing it, remember, we're only doing 3 rows today. So it's a Page of Pentacles. It's not too late to pick up and start again. Okay, that page literally lies upright on top of that reverse Knight of Swords. You literally have a chance right here and now to get back on track. Right this moment. You can do it. It's not too much. Crossing over the reverse Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the reverse Devil, we have a Magician card. This is the one card in most tarot decks, maybe not all, but most tarot decks that this is the one that has all 4 suits. You know, your swords, your cups, your wands, your pentacles. This is your person with the plan, person with all the ability, person with all the knowledge, all the skill at their fingertips. It's another reaffirmation, it's a reaffirmation of you have the ability. We had just said that you have the ability, you have what it takes to start fresh. So it's not a question of skill, apparently. Again, with a reference to it's not that you aren't able. Crossing over the Ten of Wands, the reverse Devil, and the Nine of Pentacles, we have 7 of Swords. Now this is one I actually, and I know I've had to look it up before, and this deck is not absorbing as fast as other decks have. So I'm gonna grab my reference deck and double check that one. If I'm remembering this correctly, and I think actually I may be, this is an indication, you know, this is someone who's overlooking a battle and wondering what was it all for, you know, war, what is it good for? I'm doing it again, damn it, I shuffled this deck. I'm looking for the 7 of Swords. I'm pretty sure I actually got that right. Oh, giving acknowledgement and respect where it's due. Okay, so I did have the wrong card. 7 of Swords. It's acknowledgement. Giving kudos where it's supposed to be. I can't believe I shuffled this damn deck again. King of Wands. Queen, Page, 6 of Cups. I did. I will fix this after the fact, folks. All right. So yeah, this is, maybe you need to look outside of your own accomplishments and maybe look at somebody else for their accomplishments. Acknowledging somebody else's ability to contribute to the situation. You know, this person can do something. This person has done something. All right, final round. We have Page of Wands in the upright position. This is a message. This is a symbol. Here's your sign. Fresh idea, new idea. Try something new, because it's a page. But also it's like a letter, a phone call, a text message, some message coming through regarding Page of Swords. There's your new beginnings. And it kind of really reads to me like a job opportunity popping up. Like you're about to hear back about a job opportunity. So you're on the right track. It looks like you just went through a lot. And if you just kick whatever that vice is, or at least slow it down a lot, you'll be able to get back on track. If I had to pull a time frame, because I can already hear that question popping up in... Oh, kings and knights. Sure, pages are usually beginnings. I have Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and Page of Wands. So we're looking at what looks like a beginning of a month. 7 of Swords does indicate the first week of the month. I kind of think it's this week. We're still early enough in the week. You should be hearing something by the end of this week. Before the 7th, I for sure want to say. All right, so soon. And remember, this is just the beginning. If it doesn't start fixing everything right away, be patient. Do not turn back to whatever that vice is, because you'll just wind up exactly back where you're starting from now, and you deserve better than that. All right. Remember, folks, don't buy the Pink Galaxy dual head shaver. It's not safe for you. All right. Bye, y'all.